We're here at the Outdoor Retailer Show, summer 2008. My name is Jon Almquist. I'm a former Eagle Scout. Went through scouting up in Seattle, Washington, Troop 360. Had a great time. After Scouts, graduated from high school, went off to college, came out with a degree in geology, and decided to actually go back into the outdoor industry. Worked at a company called Cascade Designs, Mountain Safety Research for over 7 years, and then moved on. I'm with REI and having a great time. Love coming down to these shows. And today we're going to talk a little bit about just kind of how to pick a pack for kind of, you know, the activities you do when you're in Scouts. You know, you're 11 to 17 years old, you're doing a lot of overnights, and you probably even do up to like week-long trips at Philmont or whatnot. And so there's a few things to look for that are going to make your backpacking experience certainly more enjoyable when you're out there on the trail. The first thing to do is kind of pick an appropriately sized pack to meet the needs of your trips, but we all have a tendency to overpack. If we have a large pack, we tend to fill it. So these days, 65 liters plus or minus volume is really appropriate for that multi-day outing without assuming you're going to be taking 2 weeks into the Himalayas or something like that. So most backpackers are looking for something in that 65 liter range. For Scouts specifically, because you are in that age where you are growing significantly, it's important to look for torsos that have adjustability to them, and adjustability of beyond just a couple of inches of what you find in most adult packs. So the Scout-oriented packs, in this case here we have the Passage 65 from REI, have a significant amount of torso adjustment. In this case it goes from 14 inches all the way up to 19 inches. So as you grow, the pack can grow with you. Once you've kind of got the size of the pack you want found with the appropriate torso adjustment, a couple of things to get it sized to fit you right. First, you're going to adjust the torso. Each pack does that differently, so I'm not going to go into exactly how you do that. But any sales staff can help you, plus the instructions you get with the pack will help you do that. But you want to go ahead and measure between your outer hip bone right here and the bumpiest vertebrae you've got right here at the bottom of your neck. And that's going to come in somewhere, again, probably between 14 to 19 inches. Once you have that measurement, that's where you set the torso adjustment. Once you've got that dialed, putting on your pack, the first thing you want to do is loosen the shoulder straps, loosen the hip belt, put the shoulder straps over your shoulders, and then tighten the hip belt so that your bumpy hip bone right out here, not the one in front, but the one directly on the outside, is centered over the hip belt. A lot of people like to ride that on top of your hip bone. Really, the hip bone should be centered on the hip belt pad right here. Cinch that down. Once you've got that down, you reach up and give your load lifters, which are these straps here, a little bit of a snug. Tighten those down, and then you can go ahead and adjust the shoulder straps comfortably with these a little bit snug. Once you've got the load lifter snug and the shoulder straps adjusted comfortably, but the weight on your hip belt, go ahead and back off the shoulder straps just a touch to take the pressure off your shoulders and to disperse more of the load down onto your hips. And then you should have a fairly comfortable fitting pack.